Nashville here in Nashville, Tennessee, and this is a Sheraton hotel in the background. We are in the vicinity of Convention Center.
Wow.
We're going to present one session of Shri Dnyaneshwari along with me from today from Nashville, Tennessee. This is a riverfront park in Nashville, and we're going to read some stanzas from Dnyaneshwari from this part, and I'm glad you are here to watch this. This is the banks of Tennessee River in Nashville. We're going to read Dnyaneshwari from chapter 9 from page from OV 89 onwards. How much and how far sky is, air is same, that much and that far. If you move it with fan, it appears different. Otherwise, sky and air are the same. Thus, animals, beings, if you imagine them, they appear in me. If you don't imagine, they are not there. Only I am everywhere. So, to be or not to be is due to imagination. The appearance of beings is lost on disappearance of imagination, and is reborn when imagination returns. When one who imagines is gone, imagining process is lost or it stops. To be or not to be. How will this then happen? So you think again about this riches of imagination. In such an ocean of knowledge and experience, you yourself are one wave, the one, be one with this understanding. Then, when you observe movable and immovable world, you are the only one there. Arjuna, did you get the understanding of this knowledge? Shri Krishna asked him. If so, then dream of reality has proved false. Isn't it so? If again intellect will get sleep of imagination, it will lose knowledge of indivisibility, and you shall enter into the dream of duality. So, this sleep of imagination will be broken, and we shall be only in the state of awakening of self. That spacious secret I shall show you next. So, hey courageous Arjuna, you listen carefully. All creatures are produced and destroyed by creative force. This creative force, which is named nature or creative force or Prakruti, that I explained you in two ways. First, I clarified showing 8 differences. Second, it is the one giving form to life. This all subject of nature, Arjuna, you have heard before in chapter 7 in shlokas 4 to 5. So there is no need to tell it again and again. This creative force, with these all beings at the end of epic age, come to me, to be one with me in my unmanifest state. In severe heat of summer, the grass along with seed again gets dissolved totally in the soil. Or when rain stops and fall starts, all clouds in the sky disappear from the sky. Or in the sky, wind gets quiet and disappears. Or form of waves disappear in water. Or when you wake up, the dream in mind dissolves in mind. Like that, at the time of dissolution, at the end of era or at the end of kalpa, material universe dissolves into creative power. Then, at the beginning of the next period, I again create universe. Now listen about this sequence of creation. Hey Arjun, when I accept my creative power, It is like weaving a cloth. The cloth is related to the arrangement of thread. The threads are woven together. During that weaving process, the cloth is produced by joining small squares. Like that, creative power becomes manifest with help of five great spirits. As on mixing with coagulum, thin milk goes on getting thick. Like that, creative power comes to take shape of universe. When the seed is accompanied by water, the same seed grows into small and large branches. Like that, I had to create all these beings. Hey Arjuna, town is constructed by king. This is true. Thus is said in practice. But in reality, did king do any labor himself? If you ask, how do I accept creative power? The answer is one who is in dream. He steps into awakening like that. Then Arjuna, while coming out of dream, do his legs hurt? Or in the dream, does he actually travel? What is the meaning of all this? I don't have to do anything for this world full of creatures. This is the meaning. King rules over his subjects, and subjects carry on business of daily life on their own. Like that, I support creative power. The rest she does on her own. On full moon day, ocean gets filled with tide to meet the moon. Does moon has to labor for this, Arjuna? Iron is heavy, but is moved by the proximity of magnet. But does magnet has to work to move the iron? Like this, I accept my creative force and start creating beings continuously. Arjun, all these things depend upon the creative force. Like the germination of seed into leaves and vine depends upon the soil, on the stages of life, like childhood and youth, depend upon the association with body, or the front of advancing clouds in the sky depends upon presence of autumn, or the dream is caused by sleep. Like that, O King, the creative force is the basis of all these unlimited gatherings of beings, movable and immovable, large or small, gross or microscopic. All forms of being originate from this creative force. So, to create a thing or to protect a thing produced, these actions are not related to me. The moon vine spreads in water, but moon doesn't grow it. Like that, this job of creation, destruction and maintenance is quite far from me. I think we'll stop here today. I want to thank you very much for joining me here in Tennessee, in Nashville, on the banks of Tennessee River, to read this Dnyaneshwari, couple of poems. Come again for the next session.